There's only a certain line you don't cross, and like we hate on Jalen Reagor for his play and his attitude sometimes, but when it comes to personal things happening in his life, obviously the past couple years he's lost two people that are very close to him, and he's been in a total mess. Especially how can you play, when things like this happen, and unfortunately, has it affected him? Is it more that, and is it more the fan base isn't helping, or I don't know what it is. But Reagor's been a disappointment. We all know that. A first-round draft pick and hasn't worked out. And I'm not going to say that these things are excuses, but it's you lose two people the last couple years. This year, Jeff Gladney ended up getting into a car accident, and and a lot of this has happened. A lot of these NFL players have been dropping like flies, randomly finding some of these players, even retired players that used to be in the league, that are just passing away. Which is kind of crazy. You know what I mean? Like, I think the last time I actually tweeted at Reagor was probably after the AJ Brown trade, and when he deleted all his stuff on IG, and he was pretty much cleaning everything out, and he was putting up pictures of himself working out and stuff and all that crap. And when people, message me or, say on the live stream, when he has these IG lives and Eagles fans are talking to him, he kind of, and talks about how bad he is, he kind of laughs it off, which he has to pretty much. I mean, he's got no choice but to laugh it off. He can't be, he's looked like one of the most sensitive players I've ever seen in my life. But at the end of the day, when things go on like this, I kind of leave it alone, because I don't know what's going to happen with him. I feel like he will get traded. I feel like before training camp he will be dealt, regardless of what's going on. I mean, this is a business at the end of the day, and the Eagles can't, unfortunately, they just can't cater to his situation to a certain extent. But, he's been in the league for 2 years already, going on year 3, and, there could be a possibility he stays. I mean, there's definite, but I mean, you can't start him just because of the first-round pick. I mean, you bring in guys like, A.J. Brown, you have Devontae Smith, you have, you bring in Josh Hammond, you have Quez Watkins, you bring in that Weedfall guy. There's a lot of receivers they brought in. They brought in a lot of bodies. Britton Covey, they brought in a lot of receivers. Not only could, that are going to be competing for, a backup spot, but guys that, could take special teams away from him as well. But what, if you see on screen here, what the people say and stuff, it's just ridiculous. I there's guys that, when it comes to football, it's football. You know what I mean? I don't like Derek Barnett. I bet, Derek Barnett's probably one of the nicest guys you probably ever meet. But when it comes to football, we're ruthless. As fans, we're very ruthless on their play. And if they don't live up to the standard of what they're supposed to be, we give it to them, and that's what it's all about, man. But the hate, I don't like that. You know what I mean? I definitely, I could level with people when it comes to certain things happening, and Reagor's not having a great time right now. So that's why I'm not really saying anything about him or talking about him as much, because at this point, what am I going to say? You know what I mean? It's either he's going to be here or he's not going to be here. Do I think he should start? No. Do I think, that if I see more receivers that do better than him, I feel like it's just more of an uphill battle for him going into this training camp this year. I don't care how many one-handed catches or how many, of what happens with him in training camp, of how good he does look, because I'm not going to see it or know until he hits the field first game of the season. Is he going to take snaps away from Quez Watkins? Was Zach Pascal? Was A.J. Brown and Jack Pascal already here? I just don't see room for him on this roster. I mean, to keep a first-round pick as a backup, right there, I just don't see it happening. I feel like he will get dealt. I feel like they should, if you can't if Howie's trying to get a bigger pick, the guy's got to the guy's not going to get what he wants with Reagor. If they get a third, fourth round, great. But if they don't, I'm not going to be surprised. You know what I mean? If they deal him away, maybe he needs a new team. He needs someone else. He just needs to go somewhere else and just start fresh somewhere else, because he's just taken a lot of beatings here. And he's not just taking a beating from the fans. He's taking a beating from life. So, I got to respect it. and can't go over the line with, you know, certain things. Like, people say some stupid crap, and as you see right there, like, it's pretty disgusting what people do. This world, it doesn't surprise me at all. You know, I've looked on his comment, you know, his tweet section a little bit, see, like, you know, what people are saying, and most of all, you know, most of it's been pretty good. You know, I say about 95% of it's been good. And then you have the few people that, like, you know, say stupid crap like this. So, you know, you know, for everybody that draws over the line and wants to attack this guy for, you know, attack his play for what's going on in his life, it's kind of ridiculous. But when it comes to football, it's football. When he steps on the field, that's when I'll start complaining. But, you know, till then, you know, this guy's going through a rough time. So these are people at the end of the day, and they have feelings, and that's just what it is. You know, I can't be a monstrous piece of garbage and connect someone that he loses close to him that's not going to affect him, and say, like, you know, about his play and about him not catching the ball, or him just, you know, not being a starter this year, or he's going to fail, or it's just not right. It wouldn't make me feel good doing that. So I'm going to keep off of this for a while, this subject of even Reagor. If we talk about Reagor, great, but, you know, I'm not going to go crazy about it. But other than that, guys, pretty much it. What do you guys think about it? You know, it's pretty disgusting, man, what people do. So other than that, guys, pretty much it. I hope you guys have a fantastic day. I'll see you guys on the next one. SHAKESQUAD up, follow us. Peace out, guys. Peace.